Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real tonight in my kitchen. I'm gonna do some marinated pork chops in the black iron skillet. I'm gonna start by turning this skillet on high. I'm gonna put a couple tablespoons of butter. I've got macaroni and cheese going over here. And as soon as that butter melts, I've got some marinated pork chops. You can use any type of marinade you like. I had some called black pepper marinade, and that's what I'm using for the pork chops tonight. But you can use Italian dressing, any type of soy. They're limitless as to what you can choose on what to marinate your pork chops in. I'm just using a wet marinade tonight. Let me make sure this butter gets all over this pan. And I like to use real butter. I like that, or I like beef tallow or olive oil. But tonight I'm using real butter. So I'm gonna let this pan get good and hot. Meanwhile, I'm gonna drain these noodles and get started with some mac and cheese. I might need some hot hands for that. Set this right here for a minute. We'll cut this down to low. Don't want to burn that butter. And then I'm going to lay these pork chops in there, right out of the bag that I marinated it in. Cookie, this is not for you, sweet pea. And these are very thin. They're not even quite a ½ an inch thin. They might be a ¼ inch. So it will take no time in this skillet for them to cook. That's the nice thing about pork chops. They cook quick if you get those thin ones. Let me toss this marinade in the garbage can. And give my hands a wash. Oh, for gosh sakes. Let's try that again. That is the keeping it real side of this vlog. Sometimes things just happen in the kitchen that you're not expecting. And that one just happened. Yes, it did. Okay, that's going to be funny on the replay. Okay, while that's cooking, let's go to about medium low. Let me turn this burner on the macaroni and cheese to low. I'm going to add some butter, about 2 tablespoons. Thankfully, that was just water that went in the floor. The dog will lick that up. Okay, to this, I'm going to add 2 8-ounce packages of sharp cheddar. And I love the Tillamook. If I'm not going to grade my own, this is what I like. No, ma'am, that's not for you. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to grab some milk. I know Mama made a mess in the floor with that water, didn't she? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Okay, I have just a little bit of half and half left in this carton, so I'm going to use it first. It's not even 1/4 a cup. Just a little dab, dub, drizzle. And then I'm going to add a little bit of milk. I've got whole milk. You don't have to have whole milk. You can use 2%, 1%, whatever milk you've got. I'm going to give this a stir and let this cheese melt in there good. Meanwhile, over here with my pork chops, they've cooked what, maybe 4 minutes on that side? Let's turn them, because I do not want to overcook them because they will not be tender. Let's cook them for about 5 minutes on that side. I've got some stewed squash, zucchini, and onions in the back here, just for me. I've got it on high. I'm going to boil that down. Add a little butter to that, salt and pepper. Let me go ahead and salt and pepper this macaroni too. We like some salt and pepper around here. Just give that another stir, because it is almost done. This would be a great recipe too if you have fresh tomatoes, to put tomatoes in here. My family doesn't eat tomatoes like that, so I don't put that in mine. But we're going to have this tonight off the stove top, and if there's leftovers tomorrow night, I'll put it in the baking dish with a little bit of milk and some cheese over top, and I'll bake it and warm it up and let the cheese on top melt, and we'll have it again. It'll be kind of a recreation of mac and cheese. I'm going to add just a little more milk to mine. Just a little bit. And that, let me get a clean spoon. Let me give it a taste here. I'm going to cut the burner off and cover it so it doesn't burn. And make sure it tastes okay. Cookie, what you think? Delicious. And that'll feed us at least 2 meals. Let me check these pork chops here. They are almost done. I'm going to grab a plate. And y'all can see how thin they are. They're just super duper thin. Like that. So you don't want to overcook them. I think they are just about done. You know, they continue to cook just a little bit. So I'll let these rest for a little while. This is not for you, sister girl. I don't know if y'all can see her, but she's after some food. And let me cut this and we'll taste it. Yeah, let's get us a taste test, girl. It's a nice thing about being the cook, y'all. Let me cut that off. You get to taste test. I'm going to cut a piece of the bigger one to make sure it's done. See how it's just a little bit pink in the middle? That's how I like them. And then they're tender. Some people are weird about that, but I'm not one of them. great flavor. If you don't have that black pepper, that's not for you. Marinade. Worcestershire sauce would be great. This has very much of a Worcestershire taste, but with that butter in the pan, delicious. So you can cut up to the rim. Stovetop, marinated pork chops, mac and cheese, stewed squash with onions. Oh, y'all can't see that, can you? It's on the back burner. Anyway, don't put this recipe on the back burner, though. This is a good one. Like, share, and comment if you love it. We'll see you soon.